Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It is autumn, and nature is vanishing. It is autumn, and nature is beautiful.
It is autumn, and nature is beautiful.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Hey, it's us again. It's me, Symphony.
And me, Meg.
And me, Mario. No, I'm Hal. This is Good Morning Night Vale, the show where actors from Night Vale talk about Night Vale because they're listening to Night Vale in the order that Night Vale was released. And you, the fans of Night Vale, listen and tell us what you think of Night Vale, and then we talk about some Night Vale.
Night Vale, Night Vale, Night Vale.
Night Vale!
And in this episode, scandal strikes the Night Vale High School football team on the cusp of the annual homecoming game. A special visitor is in the studio to present a recipe for tiramisu. Let's talk about it.
It's homecoming, y'all.
I always loved homecoming.
I remember it not being like a huge deal in my town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just remember that, well, I was in, the position of cheering people on. So it was an exciting time. You learned a big halftime routine, and the band was like doing something special, and there were lots of people who came back. And just like in this episode, everybody's looking forward to it because they not only get to see alumni, but they get to see dead family members and whatnot. I never got that.
No, I was always like the Thanksgiving game. I think that was our homecoming. So
Okay.
It was always like so much going on. So there was, that. But there was no dead people, just alive people. Well, some of them are dead now. But there was just alive people at the time. But yeah, Cecil is super stoked about it. And it's like kind of really touching. He's like, I just want to see my mom. I have a lot of questions.
Well, and he hasn't really talked about his mom before this.
No.
Yeah, by the way, we had no football team at my school because I went to a Quaker school, and it was insurance and also not a lot of competition in that way. So it was just a meeting for worship, and then people would come back, and you go like, "Who are those older people? I don't know them. I did not go to school with them. But there they were, acting like they owned the place. And now I go back and I'm like, these kids don't know anything about this school. I was here before most of these buildings existed.
Right. You went to the Friends School, right?
Yes, I did. Quaker School. Abington Friends School.
How many people were in your graduating class? I feel like we've talked about this.
39.
That's crazy.
And how many of them are dead now?
Oh.
0.
Oh, wow. Bunch of livers.
You guys have...
But based on how bad the Sixers game is going today, I might murder one of them just out of frustration. I know a lot of stuff happens in this episode, but for me, the idea of moving on from grief and when you have somebody close to you that's passed, like that idea of being able to talk to, like if I could talk to my mother for one night, just one night, not even if it was every year, but just one night, just what that would mean and what I would want to say to her. And this idea that we transition from this fantasy that anybody who's lost somebody very, very close to them has had, to have like just one more chance to either ask a question or just tell like anything that they've missed in the time that they've been gone. And having that shift into a real life where really the way that those people move on or live on rather is through the memories that we share, that we keep them alive by talking about them, and that it feels good to share about those people, not only for the general sense of them living on, but that for you, it makes your bond with them that much stronger. And that grabbed me more. I forgot a lot of the other thing, and I listened to it this morning. I forgot almost everything else in the episode because that theme resonated with me so strongly.
Yeah, and what a way to that's how I feel like the whole thing closed out too, because they didn't get to necessarily talk to those people. They had to talk to each other and relive those memories and those feelings and all those things to each other. And that was very beautiful. I did think that was very touching. And we don't get that a lot, right? We're usually just battling in these episodes. We're battling like a big bad, right? But this one, grief is kind of like the big bad, I guess.
Yeah. And you look at the previous episodes where like the town is kind of misbehaving in a big way together in a very ignorant way. But now they're coming together and uniting in a way that is positive and something that is like what a community together united in a thing can be as a good thing, as opposed to a community united together in an ignorant practice. So it's one of the many facets of the community of Night Vale is that there is this thing here. And it is this kind of lovely solace that it's like, you don't get to have this big supernatural thing where you talk to your deceased loved one, but you get to be with your people and remember.
Yeah. And while this was a change, some things did stay the same. Like the Night Vale Seismological Society is very bad at their jobs, I think.
Another people who are bad at their jobs.
Right?
Sure.
They don't know what you're supposed to do during an earthquake. I think I don't even live in a place that has earthquakes, and I think I know.
What do you do?
You stand in a doorway. That's good.
No.
Oh, no, that's
actually not supposed to do that.
That's the wrong one. What are you supposed to do? Get under a table?
You're supposed to get under something. You're supposed to protect your head, essentially. So get under something that, if you can get under something, or just be somewhere where shit can't fall on you.
I see. Yeah. Are you supposed to leave the house or stay inside?
I think you're not supposed to go traveling while the earth moves, because say I live in a second floor of a building. I could be trying to escape and then
get jostled down.
Wall cracks open, or I get knocked down the steps.
Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways to get hurt. You kind of have to a certain extent, ride it out where you are. Find like safety, shelter sometimes under a table or a heavy desk, something where debris will fall away from you, not directly on you.
Well, at least we know that wearing long sleeves or goggles or gloves is not going to do diddly squat. I know that much, at least.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, that is correct.
And I'm not saying that seismology is my job. So, I'm doing the best I can out here.
I listened to that podcast, The Big One, which is, it's a podcast recommendation, especially, I don't know, if you're a person who lives in a place where there's earthquakes, you have to kind of decide whether you want to listen to a show that puts you in a situation where it's what if the big earthquake happened, and it kind of walks you through all of that. And I enjoyed it, but it was definitely, it also made Joseph and I like get serious about our earthquake preparedness. So where Joseph and I are we have go bags, we have like food stores, we have paper maps and masks and whistles and all sorts of shit.
Oh, wow. You guys are real preppers.
We are prepped for an earthquake.
I love it.
Yeah, always have gas in your car. We have a go bag in the car. We have a go bag under the bed.
Wow.
It's good.
Paper maps of the city, because if the roads are closed and the phones aren't working and we're separated, we can get back to where we're going. Learned how to turn the gas off at our house. Just keep buying peanut butter, having water around.
I'm only prepared for zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
We have a go bag.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, that's all you need when you get married, right? Is one go.
What's in your go bag?
I think it's like a pre-made go bag.
Yeah.
So it's got all the normal, like a blanket,
and a first aid kit or something.
First aid, like water or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got like masks and
That water's old.
Yeah.
That water's like 75 years old. It's been in that go bag.
A life straw. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. A life straw, a deck of cards, just some a couple snack packs, like old snack packs, and some
pudding?
cozy rice pudding.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you said snack packs like pudding?
Yeah, like old pudding. The kind where like Bill Cosby's still on the packaging,
so
you know it's old. What else? Like a sit and spin is in there.
A Magnadoodle.
One of those old like green glass ashtrays that your grandparents had out on their coffee table
for bludgeoning.
Yes. Yeah.
And a copy of The Watchtower.
Excellent.
Large print.
Oh yeah. I'm old. I can't read. If a book is too. When Jennifer tries to show me something on her phone, I always have to push it away from my face. I'm like, I can't see that.
Speaking of people we can't see, well, we can't see him.
Yeah. He just doesn't exist.
Right. Supposedly, which I don't know. I guess he's like a, what they call him, a combined like hallucination or whatever.
It's a shared hallucination.
Yeah.
Malik Herrera, shared hallucination, not real. And it's kind of depressing, like especially at the end of the episode where he's like, I'm just what you imagine me to be. I think it's a commentary about how we put so much pressure on our youth to be what they are at least perceiving that we need them to be something. We need them to be the star athlete or the best actor in drama class or the valedictorian. Like there's so much pressure. And it's our kind of shared hallucination for what they are. It doesn't allow them to be who they actually are, which is maybe not a football player.
Right.
Right. And isn't that kind of the conceit of like High School Musical? That kid, he's a basketball boy, but he wants to sing and stuff. I don't know. I've never seen that movie.
I've never seen it, but I am currently mid-episode of Encore on Disney Plus, where they go back. It's so good.
It's the best show.
For those of you who are not there yet, Encore on Disney Plus is another recommendation. This is just me just recommending shit that's in my life. So they go back to high schools from different periods of time, and they try to assemble as much of the original cast of their musical as possible, and then they restage it with with a professional production team. So they've got like a professional director, choreographer, music, and they bring in some ringers, and then they try to restage Annie, and it's epic.
Do you have a favorite director? Because they cycle like 2 or 3 of them.
I have a favorite musical director.
It's Adam Wachter.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the best music. That's not even. Can't even be debated. But I find like there are 2 who are Broadway. One of them did the revival of, got like a Tony nomination for the revival of something, and I feel like she judges the actors to like a Broadway standard, which maybe is good but also bad. Mm-hmm. There's something about her where I feel like she doesn't like being there.
Oh.
That she's like, look, I'll take the check. I'm going to do my best. I don't think she's phoning it in at all. But there's something, I guess neither of them really seem like they want to be there.
Is that what they expect, though? I mean, they know these people were just like in this show when they're in high school. So it could have been anywhere from like, 5 to 20 years, right?
Oh, it's even further back.
There's
like
a 45-year one, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah, they have one from 1975. They have one from like 2007. They have one from they have a good amount of them from the 90s. That's kind of their like prime time. It's like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Hey, musicals were big.
They were, yeah.
Huge.
I like hardcore fantasize about doing it with my high school.
Yeah, if I could do Bye Bye Birdie again, I would kill.
It's weird. It's interesting because my high school, a lot of us went on to work in theater professionally. Like a good amount of one of the cast of our musicals is, which actually happens on Encore a lot. There's usually at least one or two people who still work in the arts professionally.
That's great.
Some that say they do, but maybe don't.
Yeah.
Well, that's because arts are important, and that is what Herrera was saying at the end, and that's what he wants anyway.
Yeah, he wants to be involved in the arts.
Yeah. Speaking of thinking about old friends, let's talk about Earl Harlan, y'all.
Earl Harlan, whose name is in my notebook with 2 hearts next to it.
Okay. At first, when Earl Harlan initially came in and people were like, oh, I was like, nah, right? I was like, don't read anything too much into it. But now, I don't know. At first, I thought at the end of their little conversation, he says, when he was like, maybe this can be a regular cooking feature, I thought he said, I love you, Cecil, for a second. And then I was like, oh no, he said, I'd love to.
How did you get hooked up with Will Wheaton?
Oh, I don't remember. This is like some research that I should have done beforehand.
I mean, obviously he listened to the show. He was a fan of the show.
I feel like he came through Thrilling People, maybe. It's possible he was a connection from that.
No, the first time I ever met him, I think he was, there were a number of people not a number. There is a select few that I know of that was like, we tried to get them, but it didn't quite work out. Like for one reason or another, scheduling, whatever, we never got them. And Will was one of those where like he was maybe going to do it at one point and then it didn't work out for some reason. So the first time I met him was the crossover. And he was already entrenched in Night Vale by then. So I assumed he was a fan. I assumed that Joseph hooked up with him on Twitter or Jeffrey.
It's possible that was the connection. You know what, fans, let's put a pin in this. I will ask Joseph Fink and he will let me know what he knows. But yeah, it's been really cool getting to work with Will every now and again on live shows. He would do our LA shows a lot, and that would be really cool to get to hang out with him and do the show with him. He's a theater kid at heart, so I think he always really relishes the opportunity to get on stage in a theater. And so he has whatever time he's given on stage, he makes the most of it.
He's such a lovely person. And since I've gotten to do a few shows with him, and because I also love to do conventions, when I see him at conventions and whatnot, that's always fun as well. So hopefully we'll get to see each other once again very soon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I love the cooking segment. That tiramisu recipe seems incredible.
And poisonous.
And potentially poisonous. It is a lot of nutmeg, ground nutmeg.
I don't think that much nutmeg is good for you.
No, especially when you have to kill it first.
I think it's like 2 or 3 tablespoons is like enough to give you hallucinations, or like a tablespoon.
Isn't there like a thing where if you smoke nutmeg or something, you like get super stoned?
It's like you get hallucinations if you eat too much of it. You don't have to smoke it. It's not like it's already I forget what chemical is in it, but there's something powerful enough in it that it's very bad for you. Not just like I'm going to get high, but like I'm going to do damage to my body.
This is another thing that we've come across. Like even in Steve's recipe for scones, there's an inordinate amount of clove in your recipe as well. Look, and clove is you be quiet.
No, you're talking about my recipe.
Clove. Any sort of seasoning or spice, anyone who cooks or bakes knows you're never using like a full cup of it. You're sprinkling it in, like you're using like a teaspoon.
Yeah, you wouldn't even use a tablespoon of something like that. Like that would be like disgusting.
Right. The flavor is too strong. It's not going to meld. You're not going to get the flavor profile you want. It's just going to be nasty and taste like burning.
Agree to disagree.
Or dirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Next time I see you, Hal, you eat a mouthful of clove.
Not hungry.
Oh my God. Okay.
But yeah, there's definitely some
hungry
chemistry
right
there between the two of them, and we don't know why. So the relationship kind of unravels before us, and then specifically the life of Earl. It's like, well, we kind of lost track with you after high school because I was 19 forever.
Okay, yeah, and then when he kind of confronts Cecil about it, Cecil just like disregards what he says at all, and like so you're like, okay, does he recognize that, or he just glosses over the fact that time is weird and that he was 19, or where was he at? What was going on? Because he's also been the host for forever. So,
well, there's definitely a truth that Cecil doesn't want to face,
right?
Even though there are questions that could probably be answered, and it's a fun comedic thing of this horrible truth that Earl's trying to live out while Cecil's just trying to finish a cooking segment.
And I'm just imagining Cecil looking at Earl Harlan with his mouth like kind of open, but eyes all glazed over during that part. And then just like, it's like a switch happens. And then he's like, all right, thanks for coming. Let's hear about that recipe,
Well, that idea, like he doesn't even want anything that would access, like, what year did we graduate?
Right.
Like he's trying, it's like he remembers maybe a little more and wants Cecil to remember. It's like, tell me what year we graduated. He's like, no, I'm not going to tell you. I just want to talk about no, tell me when we graduated. Just go ahead. Tell me when.
That's like those movies where you find out like one random truth about something but the person can't recognize it. Similar to like Westworld, like the robots don't know they're robots. And
spoiler. Just kidding.
Sorry, y'all. That was like 6 years ago.
I know, please.
But yeah, like, what is that? What could that be though, that he's not recognizing that truth? Like, is it a area of blackout? Is it like something he can't hear? Has he been like hypnotized to, or like conditioned to not hear questions about those things or not to recognize the truth about it? Who knows?
Either way, there's something. It's all bad. It's very bad.
The mystery of the warm orange milk.
Ugh. Okay. Is the milk orange because there's oranges in it? Or is it just food coloring orange?
It's an orange Julius.
What do you imagine? Okay, but
it's warm.
But it's warm, right? So it's like a melted orange Julius. What do you imagine it's like? I was thinking it was just like orange colored milk, which sounds gross already.
I think it's like if you took a creamsicle and melted it into a cup, orange creamsicle, which I thought were gross. I don't want I like orange. I like an orange candy. I don't want orange and dairy together.
Yeah,
I don't ever want that. Never at all.
What kind of like creamsicle?
I don't know. I don't like citrusy milk. I'm also just I'm lactose intolerant.
You know what I do sometimes is that like we'll take like a cup of vanilla almond milk and then like peel an orange and then like a handful of ice and then throw that in the blender. It's delicious.
Huh.
You do what? You take what? And
so like some like almond milk.
Almond milk.
And like a whole orange, you peel it. So you don't want it to get rid of that skin. Not going to do anything.
And then
seeds. The seeds. And we put it in the blender. And some ice, and it's like a refreshing cold treat.
It's an orange Julius.
Yeah, but if you get the unsweetened almond milk, then there's no added sugar.
I've never had an orange Julius.
I had one once.
I'm gonna take you to the mall.
I felt like it was a mistake.
You know what I do like though? I sometimes do. I like pineapple shakes, like but somehow that somehow goes better to me. But I do a janky fitness version where it's like vanilla protein powder and like frozen pineapple and then like oat milk or something. That's good.
I like to take some whole milk and scoops of ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then blend them together.
That's a milkshake.
And then I drink that. It's very refreshing.
Yeah. It's like after a run, you're just like, ooh.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm going to... Well, some people after like a run and stuff, they do chocolate milk.
Yeah, that's actually supposed to be pretty good.
So just add some ice cream to that. I know you can't have that. You have to have oat milk and stuff.
Well, then I'd be really skinty because then I'd be pooping it all out.
Yeah. You know what?
Then
It
you
all
get
gets pooped out eventually.
skinty.
This is gross. You know what I learned? Your poop
What?
is mostly just used red blood cells.
That makes sense.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's why it's brown.
Oh, fucking gross.
Just thought I would make everyone vomit while they're commuting to work. While we're talking about warm orange milk.
Wait, no, speaking of blood,
Speaking of blood,
let's talk about Staples.
let's talk about it.
Staples with an uncredited vocal credit for Joseph Fink.
Yes. I knew that was him whispering in the background.
I thought that sound was so crazy. I loved it. And when it was like, you smell the prey, follow the blood scent, it was just like so intense. But we got back to that surrealist prose, and I freaking love it. Worship the old gods.
Staples.
I've been really into paganism lately, so I'm down for all of that.
It's the season of the witch.
Right? I watched the most recent season of Sabrina, so I was pretty excited about all of that.
Jumping back to names of things, it's like a group of Chihuahuas is a committee. And I'll be like, Joseph, did you see the committee on your run? He'd be like, no, the committee wasn't out. And then like,
What? They have a full committee.
yes.
Can a group of Shar-Peis be called a fold?
I love Shar-Peis.
Well, I did like that the soccer was an unkindness, and then the hockey was a murder. Because the murder seemed really accurate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hockey's a violent sport. It's just very violent.
It is, but it's like, I like how fast it is. They're just like zipping around, bumping into each other.
It's just so much skill.
Yeah, you're like a multiple coordinated, because you have to be able to like move your little feet, skating around and like zip around people and stuff. You have to be able to take a hit. You have to be able to handle that tiny little pucky and then hit it in something.
Yeah.
And then skate around and be agile
Yeah.
doing it.
Incredible athletes.
That's why they have nice butts too.
Yeah. They get paid a relatively small amount to other athletes. It seems like their big contracts are way smaller than almost like baseball is the biggest, and then basketball is close, and then football, some positions, and then hockey, it feels like the best player signs like a 30-year, $100 million contract, which like other sports would be like 5 years, 4 years.
Hi, Jeffrey. Jeffrey likes to include sport in the show.
I love sports. I'm the sports person. Jeffrey and I love to talk sports. Yeah, it's good. Sports are part of life. They're there, whether we like them or not.
It was fun even when that the football was included as a sport, as this sport for this episode. But at the end, there was this part where Teddy Williams finally rolled a 450 in bowling. A perfect game is 300.
I mean, think of all the other rules that are weird at Night Vale.
Yeah, I know. Well, and bowling rules are already confusing.
Yes, they are.
Like how you count the points and stuff. I think people get very confused.
If there's no computer to do it, I can't do it.
Right? I learned when I was in, like, bowling was a unit in our PE, like when I was in junior high.
Yeah, sure.
Isn't that ridiculous? We literally went on a bus to a bowling alley, like, every week.
And that was the same time you were doing the unit on eating bratwurst, so you could do them both in the same place.
It was fucking cheese curds. Get over
right,
it.
Sorry, right.
You had to complete your unit on proper hot dog toppings.
Yeah. Your final was you go to the wiener circle and you have to not cry.
Yeah, you have to dish it back you have to work at the wiener circle and insult people.
Yeah. Jeez, if you're
like your mom comes in and you have to be like, uh-oh, here she comes.
Have you ever gone there, Symphony?
I don't need people to insult me. Like, I didn't go to did you guys know Ed DeBevick's? It's also a place where they insult you. Apparently in Chicago, that's the thing. Ed DeBevick's is like a diner where the waitresses or waiters, the servers in general,
right,
will kind of just they're just like sassy to you. So if you're taking too long to order, they're going to be like, oh, geez, this guy, you know? And it's like, I don't need sass with my food service personally, or someone to tell me that I'm a piece of crap, because I'm like, duh.
Yeah, I hate myself enough. I don't
need you to tell me. I already know.
I'm just trying
I'm way better at hating myself than you ever could be. So it's just amateur hour walking into your place.
Right, exactly. I'm like, okay, jump, do your worst.
Still not going to match my like weepy slide down the shower wall. Okay. Josh Creighton and Diane Creighton are in these episodes more now. They're just kind of sprinkled in. And this is Meg's theory on this, is that this is when Joseph and Jeffrey were writing the first book. And they were like, yeah, we should like have these characters be in the show.
Yeah.
They just get shout outs.
That sounds right.
But it's great. It's great. I actually wrote that down. I was like, oh, foreshadowing for the book. And then when you mentioned that, I was like, oh, I guess that would be right. Because this was 2014.
Yeah. Wasn't it October of 2015 when it came out?
And the book came out in 2015?
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. When it's like little bits that you're finding out about people that you've heard about. And then you're like, wait. I've heard about these people before. And then you have to think about it and go back. Or I wonder the people who are like those characters have struck them. Because I know, you know how I love Larry Leroy. And I also love Sarah Sultan, the Little River Rock. I think she's hilarious. You know, so that like there's funny things that happen and little characters that we may not even ever hear their voice, but it's just like it makes the world more well-rounded.
Right.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which was understood by YR Generation.
You guys, I really enjoyed this song, not just because it's the hip hops, but also I thought they were saying a lot of really cool things. And I was looking for the lyrics, but I couldn't find them. I like that it mixed a little bit of like the music underneath was like a little bit of smooth jazzy and then the rapping over top. But it was, I don't know. I just liked what they were saying.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good song.
Yeah, I love the hip hop too. They're a hip hop collective with, I think, a number of rotating members. And the song is YR Generation, which is like a nod to the Generation Y, which is what they used to call the millennials before they were the millennials.
I'm a Xennial, I guess. Yeah, the cusp. So I'm like in between, like, because I was born in 80s, so it's like, and back and forth, people will say like, oh no, you're just like a late millennial. And I'm like,
right.
But I'm definitely not a Gen Xer.
Well, it was supposed to be, Gen X was originally until 83 or 82.
And then they switched it.
Yeah, fuck that.
I don't know.
Sorry. Now they tried to shift it back to make me a Gen Y. But I'm not a millennial. I was born in 1977. FFS.
Yeah, I thought I went to
for fuck's sake
78 or 79, and then there's like a gap between that and 83, and then 83 on, and then 90s is the Generation Z.
It's after 9/11, right? Yeah.
Look, all I know is I've got a little bit of everything. I kind of don't care like a Gen Xer. I'm a little anxious like a millennial, and I do love avocado toast. And I don't have a home. I don't own anything.
I have nothing in this world.
I'm really good at using my phone. I grew up like during the dawning of like everybody having home internet. I talked on all those chat rooms.
Yeah.
Wait, can I tell you guys a quick little thing? I don't know if I've told you this story before. Okay. So one time I was in Mexico at a all-inclusive sort of thing.
Say more.
And the bartender was like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, Chicago. And then somebody down at the end of the bar was like, oh, we're from Chicago too. And we're like, oh, cool. And the bartender's like, what's your name? I'm like, Symphony. The guy at the end of the bar goes, Symphony Nicole Sanders?
Ooh.
And I was like, yeah. Turns out he was from Schaumburg, which is like a suburb of Chicago.
Yeah.
And we had talked on a chat room when we were 14. We talked, because I used to be in like teen chat rooms.
And he remembered you.
And he remembered me.
Ooh.
But we were like friends, but we like talked for like a year. Like just like friendly. It wasn't anything gross or sexy. It was just like, and we were the same age. It wasn't like he was like an old guy. But like, I was like, whoa, that he remembered that. And he was there on his honeymoon. His wife was a little like surprised.
Yeah. I'd be like, who did I marry? that remember. Look, I was in chat rooms when I was a kid. I don't remember any of it. Couldn't tell you a single person I talked to. No memory of it.
And look, I ain't been murdered yet. It's fine.
That's true. You are here. You are here talking to us.
Supposedly, unless this is a collective.
Unless you're a collective, yeah, you're a shared hallucination.
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
You know what else is good?
What?
Hot, cheesy, saucy deliciousness. It's the FanZone Calzone.
That's from a show called The Price is Right. And it's a sad horn, but I'm happy.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
I have something from the anonymous poop lady. The anonymous poop lady writes, "Hey friends, I've been meaning to write." I think of the anonymous poop lady. It's like after you poop and you're washing your hands and you flush, like a head pops out and goes, "You've done well this time," and then just drops back down.
She's Legion. We are the anonymous poop. We are Legion.
BM for Vendetta. I've been meaning to write forever, and I think this is probably too late for your episode, A Carnival Comes to Town, but maybe you can share this at a later fan zone. Guess what? We did. In one of the early episodes, Cecil mentions a carnival in town. I consulted my script book, and it's at the beginning of episode 8, The Lights in Radon Canyon. Right at the beginning of the episode, he mentions the Night Vale petting zoo and makeshift carnival. Yikes for everyone who got a purple paper in the lottery. Maybe the two episodes take place in different Night Vales, or maybe they've just never seen a traveling carnival full of interlopers. Now, the second part of that subject line. Thank goodness. Here we go. Subject number 2. I manage a lab that develops vaccines for diarrheal diseases, and I've got poop coming and going from my lab all the time. Say more. It's absolutely legal to ship so long as it's properly packaged. Here's how we go.
Yes!
It has to be triple packed. The poop goes in a plastic container, which goes in a zip-top bag with enough absorbent material to contain any spills. So we're talking at least one Bounty paper towel. The bag goes in an insulated box with ice packs or dry ice, depending on how far you're shipping it and what you want to do with it. So, like, let's say I just want to leave it on my neighbor's front door. How much dry ice do I need for that? By the way, this is exactly the same way you get ice cream from the Penn State Creamery sent to you, which is something that will make you poop, but is very good. So take that as you will. The box gets sealed up, and we put a Category B biological substances UN 3373 sticker on it. We use either FedEx or a courier service to deliver it. Yeah, what a shit job.
Literally.
I get everything from fresh poop from our clinical trial volunteers across the city. Hold on. I want to be in that city and go past the utility pole that has the paper stapled on it and says, "Shit in a bag for money." And then has the tears, but there's only one left because that's how popular. People are like, "I shit all the time." You telling me I could do it in a bag and make cash for it?
Shitting, I do that.
Although it does say volunteers, so maybe it's just for love of the game.
Yeah, you don't get any money or anything.
Yeah, you're like, I do this for me. But anyway, it goes from trial volunteers across the city to frozen poop from Peruvian babies to poop spots on a special filter paper from people in Bangladesh. The whole world is poop crazy. Poop's coming in from all around the globe, from Bangladesh, India, and far away Shanghai. Poop coming in papers, coming in bags, coming in boxes, coming from the butts of little babies, and coming to the anonymous poop lady to be looked at. The other part of my job involves growing up tons of bacteria for our volunteers to drink so we can see if our vaccines protect them from diarrhea. What? This volunteer job just went from awesome to terrible. Here's a cup of bacteria to drink. You can drink a cup of bacteria? They're liquids?
Bacteria all the time. You can drink bacteria. Your whole body is made of bacteria.
Yeah,
right, but this is guaranteed. This is with purpose. This is like they're using the water bottle from my Go Kit, that 75-year-old water. They're like, let's see if this makes some shit.
But wouldn't it be exciting to be like, okay, here we go. And then you drink the bacteria. And then you're like, I'm not shitting at all. Good medicine.
No, I want it out. Not to brag, but I'm really good at infecting people with just the right amount of diarrhea bugs, E. coli, Shigella, Campylobacter. I don't know if I said that right. If you want to share any of these fascinating poop facts, don't use my name so I don't get in trouble at work. Just call me some anonymous poop lady. Oh, we've got to disguise her voice and have her on. There's nothing. It was my birthday. I know it's been a while. I'm closing my eyes right now. Hold on. Dear Lord, I don't ask for much, but what I would like is to have an episode where we talk to the anonymous poop lady, and I want her voice to be disguised like the people on those crime shows who are scared that the criminal will come for them. Thank you very much.
I think this is going to have to be a Patreon exclusive.
I know. I agree.
Fine, I will give money to the Patreon. Goodness, what do you want from me? You three are amazing, and Good Morning Night Vale always cheers me up. Your New Zealand accents are perfect. Kiss, kiss, anonymous poop lady. That's such a great way. I want to sign all my emails. Kiss, kiss, anonymous poop lady.
Next up, we have Steven. Listening to the cassette episode now, and I figured I'd weigh in with my possible explanations for why Cecil doesn't remember so much about his past. I actually have 2 ideas for what it could be. 1, his memory has been wiped or adjusted by the city council or some other shadowy body for purposes known only to them, but probably having to do with some degree of incompetence. Or 2, since Cecil seems to be a protector of sorts of Night Vale, both with his position and intervention into certain events, perhaps that's actually his destiny. With this, I figure either Huntokar herself has manipulated Cecil's past to make him the person he needs to be, or some other being tries to keep him from being that protector figure, and Huntokar wants to tell him the truth in hopes of undoing the damage. Anyway, I know I'm late, but those are my thoughts. Thanks, Stephen M. Hey, thanks, Stephen. I appreciate it. We all do. And yeah, I don't know if he's a protector. I think he does have some stake in the well-being of Night Vale and things like that. I do think he gets concerned at times, but most of the times he just lets it go. But he does intervene occasionally. But I don't know if that's his destiny. But I agree more with the first one, that he keeps getting his memory wiped.
I don't either. I feel like it's locked in there. I don't know if he keeps getting his memory erased as much as like it's somehow been locked up some way, somehow.
Well, we'll have to keep thinking and working on those theories. But for right now, thank you everyone for listening. And the next episode we will have is called The List. Do you remember? Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited by Grant Stewart and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans who submitted their thoughts. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightvale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell me you are in complete, validating agreement with all of my political opinions and theories. This show is powered by our patrons like Amanda Klass, Daniel Atunez, Kathleen Sweet, Willow Jordan, and Freya. If you would like to help us make this show, please go to patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. You can tell people you are an executive producer on job applications, and I will totally be your reference and say great and true things about you, like your ability to enter your credit card info into a website and your exceptional and discerning eye for great art. For more information on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Christy Gressman, Jeffrey Craner, Joseph Fink, and Adam Cecil. Today's adverb is tomorrow. The sun will not come out tomorrow.